And welcome back, everybody, to Uncharted 4. I'm here with Josh and meowing cats that I don't know if the microphone is picking up.
Can you go back up to where... Oh,
yep.
Nope. You cannot. I was just going to do a beautiful, stirring critical analysis of that scene.
Oh, that's the starting out scene up there?
Yeah. That's fine. You get the picture. I mean, you can see it fine from here. You should be able to see it from most of the perspectives. But I just wanted to point out, from a level design perspective, the goal of the level is just like so blazingly clear.
Yep.
And the artistic choices that they made to accentuate that, such as the blue and white sky, providing, it's a very bright contrast. The way the building is lit, the direction of the sunlight, most of the building is in light. There's some in shade, but the fact that most of it is in light draws your eye to it. The part that is in shade models it really well, in that it gives you a very good sense of it spatially.
Yep.
So yeah, I just wanted to point those things out.
Still using the weenies.
For those of you who may not be hip to that jive, that is the Walt Disney nomenclature that he used when designing Disneyland.
Yep.
For anything that attracts the eye and makes you want to go to there.
Sort of like a landmark that you can see from just about anywhere.
Yeah, I think last time we talked about this, we settled on just using the word landmark.
I think, yeah. I think landmark ultimately is the better term.
Certainly to a general audience, it's going to communicate better.
It does lose a certain something.
All right, this should do the trick.
This is a very curious combination of man-made constructed stuff like those wooden beams and crates and barrels, superimposed over the natural stuff. I can't see much rhyme or reason for it, but it helps direct the player really well. And kind of facilitates... This is the first time in the game that you're kind of set loose in the wild. You're not following an NPC. You're not ostensibly in a hallway. I'm not sure how much freedom you actually have, but...
I still feel like there's a bit of a...
Oh, wow, that was a crazy 180 camera flip there.
Yeah, let's see.
Wow, that was actually a cut? Interesting.
That's cool.
I've not seen that before. In general, we're told never to do that because...
It very briefly breaks your sense of space.
Not just that, but the camera movement becomes wonky, right? If you were pushing left before, suddenly you're going right.
Right.
And vice versa. But I suppose if you're hopping over a wall like that, that control scheme is broken. There's no smooth way to transition left to right anyway.
Right.
Anyway, it's interesting.
That is neat.
In that instance, it seems to work fine.
Yeah, it does, because since I'm kind of... In the time that I'm up in midair, I'm not really pressing a direction on the stick, I found. So like they kind of get away with it.
Now this is their climbing system that they've rejiggered is incredible. Okay. I love that analog.
It's still Uncharted. Yeah, I'm impressed.
And depending on which is the last hand that grabbed, the other hand will do the reach, right?
Yep. See if I can get a... Yep. Different hands reaching. Yep. Okay, jump. No, not jump. Nope, just climb. There we go. Okay.
So that does not have a white ledge, but you could go for it. So it looks like they're mixing in... they've got the... what is the word for that? The hit you over the head. This is a grabbable thing. Mixed in with intuitive, just, this should work, so I'm going to try it.
They're doing a good job of showing me what all things I can combine in this area. and giving me a little more practice with the rope swinging in different ways as well, which I appreciate. Like first, a straight directional swing just across a ledge, then a swing kind of around the corner of a building, then a slide down a hill, catch and swing midair. Like they're making sure
Onward and upward.
that I know how to use this swing in any situation. Wow. That looks awesome.
I really like the different rock compositions that they've got going on. It's not a uniform gray cliff. It gets darker in areas and lighter, and you see guano and you see forest detritus and stuff.
Yeah.
And that is that's one of those things that a quicker made game, you don't, maybe less artistically, an artist with less acumen is going to end up doing is they'll say, well, this is rock, so I put the rock texture, and this is grass, so I put the grass texture. But actually being aware of the different chemical compositions that make up these rocks, and as they erode, the less tough rock is going to go away first, and that sort of stuff is it shows, right? You look at that and it looks like a postcard and less like a cheap video game level.
Yeah. I like the variation in depth on water as well.
Yeah.
Getting to see a bit of that sandbar around the rocks out there.
So those little handholdies on the corner of the building, that didn't entice you to try to climb up there? Or did you not notice?
Climb up this bit right here?
Yeah.
It didn't make me want to... I just assumed it was kind of a dynamic, like, just he's reaching to touch a nearby surface. But, I don't know, let's see.
Well, not there.
Oh, there is. Oh, here's one.
Yeah, there's more on the other pillar, too.
Nate.
Oh, good catch. Did that happen automatically?
That did catch himself, yeah. I wonder if I can...
So, look to your left there. It looks like there's more. Oh, okay, equal amount.
I wonder.
I wonder, head scratch. I didn't know they had audio controls in there, too.
Maybe I can get on the outside here and... Yep, there we go.
Hint.
Oh, I wonder what's up top. Hint.
Very good. Golf clap.
Thank you, Uncharted. This is where I was supposed to head ananyway, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Unless this is another branching path. Unless this is one of those branching path situations, but I don't know.
I think generally you're trying to get higher.
Okay.
Now, gotta find the highest cell.
What are those scratches supposed to indicate?
Interesting.
Huh.
I don't know. It kind of helped to reinforce the gap in that, little ledge there, but
Before he was executed.
I wonder if they felt they needed it.
Your cat likes Diet Pepsi Max, right?
Is my cat stealing your drink? My cats are invasive little jerks. Whoa, no.
Oh, it's good. Good little semi-jump scare there.
Now it falls. Nope, it's just gonna stay where it is. Cool.
Hard to believe there
I'm
was
just so used to it in Uncharted. I let go and it falls.
waiting to be hanged.
Yep.
Nice little bit of history he gives you in one sentence as he peers in the window. That's
Yeah.
neat. Setting player, like the tone, the theme of the level, and player expectation.
Gotta find a way out.
That's really clever way to do that, as opposed to this, just like, oh, I have to stop playing and read a thing if I want to learn about this stuff, which is fine. I don't think this is a bad thing to do, but in general, it's going to hit a smaller demographic of people who are interested in that sort of thing.
That's
it's like,
true.
It's like, how many books did you read in Skyrim? You know, after a
Yeah.
while, it got pretty boring.
It is true. Although
Unless you're a super lore hound, and then you love it.
unless the nice touch of having him vocally speak like a kind of quick summary of what he reads,
Yeah.
or not necessarily a summary, but just something kind of a reaction to it,
Did he do that?
He kind of did. I think he said like, "Oh, and I thought my cell was bad" or something like that.
Okay.
Which is a nice little way to.
That's really smart.
Yeah. All right. So pull.
He must have been at a conference with Laura Croft.
Compared notes. Learned some tricks. Yep. I haven't got to play Rise of the Tomb Raider yet.
I mean, neither. It's definitely on my list.
Yep.
Must
Same.
plays. Now that's a neat contrast between the old and the new, right? You see those very straight geometric shapes.
Yeah.
Still got the jungle encroaching on it, but yeah, it's very very clearly different and provides a stark contrast. And that's neat.
That is neat. There we go.
Ooh, that's gotta be hard.
Yep.
Oh man, Sam is missing out.
Who's Sam? Is that his brother?
That is his brother. I want, though, because I've been missing a lot of the dialogue happening here, I wonder...
Yeah, we're gonna have lots of stupid questions.
yeah, apologies to everyone watching for that. We're not able to focus on all the dialogue and talk at the same time, but
We got some clues.
I'm wondering... I'm sure he made some reference to where Sam is, or just at least his knowledge of not knowing exactly where Sam is currently.
Scratches must mean something.
Now, are you literally trapped in this box until you solve this puzzle? I'm
don't
gonna
know.
guess you are.
I mean, I may be able to just climb out, but... Like, as far as I know, I don't really have any means of interacting with... Oh, I can just find the thing to look at.
Alchemy symbols for gold and
Let him
silver.
solve it for me.
Wait a sec. I saw something like this on the letter.
Oh, yeah, the old
Huh.
notebook
that's
thing.
part of the symbol.
Oh, now this is
There's the other half. Now
this is
then,
interesting. You can see the background. Can you pan your camera up to look at the wall while you have this note? No.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. I was gonna say that would be a great innovation to actually be able to see your surroundings and your notebook at the same time.
That would be pretty cool. So I can fold it. Ah,
that's more
nice.
like it.
That's.
Okay, got a zodiac symbol.
I was just watching a video by Al Jaffe. He's 90 something now.
Whoa.
I want to say 95, 96. He's still making Mad Magazine fold in art.
That's awesome.
And he was talking about how he came up with the idea and how it was developed and stuff. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, geez. Okay. Now there are many of these I can interact with.
That's
Oh,
not
no.
it.
So hang on. So I'm assuming I'm going to be looking for those two symbols. Arrow and the M. Okay.
And they equal something, right? They were up higher.
Oh, yep. Okay, so the M is 2, and the arrow is 10. Okay, so 10, 2. Where is 10? Here we go. Nope. There, wait. There we go.
Numeral 10. Nothing.
Come on, Nate.
What did that letter say again?
Is there a 12 around here? Is that what they want? I'm supposed to add them up. There's a 12.
There's a 12. Look at that.
10 and 2. X and II.
Clever.
Hey, there we go.
Would you look at that? Digna factis recipimus.
Keep digging.
Guess this is it.
Did you choose to
Time
check
to head
again?
back.
No, I think he did. Is this somehow a key?
Come on.
Who needs keys? Okay.
There watch that first step.
Do you have a flashlight?
Do I? Good question.
I know you got one out of the bag in the tutorial, but guess you haven't kept it with you.
If there is a button for it, I am not finding it.
Yeah, probably don't have one.
Ah! That was close. Okay. Down we go.
Huh. Now what?
Nope, that was not the, I needed to jump. Okay, so latch, drop,
Down we go.
slide down, and then
Now what?
You can't rope from a rope, right?
jump, but jumps.
Oh.
Ooh, thank you. That was charitable, Uncharted.
Magical there.
Very gracious of you to allow me to grab on. Okay, here we go.
Fall.
Doop. Can I grab that? Yeah, cool. And
Another slide and a jump.
oop.
All right, one more time.
Hey, okay, there we go.
Yeah, let's see Rafe do that.
They do a good job of making that just uncertain enough.
Well, that's the Spielberg way, right? It's
Yep.
the classic Indiana Jones running for the door. He's
Yep.
got just enough time to grab his hat.
I suppose I should have looked. Yeah.
I'm really digging these rocks.
That is definitely a level artist quote, if ever I heard one. Oh, I wonder if I can slide over to the side here. Yep.
No.
Yeah. And then maybe. Okay.
Made it.
That feels very cool to do.
I wonder if there's a corollary to film the convenience of grabby holds and stuff in video games. Like, is there another medium that makes those kinds of awkward jumps from reality? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would think they wouldn't have the same utility as they do in games, obviously, because for games it's to... Like, film does still do stuff to sort of fakely or arbitrarily draw attention to something artificially, like be it lighting that is meant to specifically make something stand out, or playing with scale, or just doing something to make sure the viewer notices something. Yeah. Usually just because it's important for story stuff. But for games, it's important for like actually signaling where to go in a more interactive way. Didn't think that was that far a fall. But not where to go, clearly. There we go. Okay.
Now we're talking.
You see another side of that building. That's neat. But that's one of the things that that Ico did so well. That's been propagated throughout the industry, as it should be, is the kind of intertwining levels where you see landmarks from different directions.
Yeah.
You made it. What'd you find? Greg? What?
Place was picked clean. If there's a clue hidden up there somewhere, I couldn't find it.
Are you sure? Were you looking in the right place?
Maybe I missed
This
something
looks
in the
like
letter.
exactly the same perspective you had on it before. Did you?
I think so. I think I just returned
360.
I think I just returned back to the guy with the object I found,
okay.
but I'm
Gotcha.
keeping the object.
You know, like blueprints?
Good.
Right, because you escaped prison. He helped you escape prison. You went out and came back. Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'll talk to Sam. He's our Avery expert. Maybe he can make sense of this whole mess.
Right. I'll look through the files.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Yeah.
Just being used. What a punk.
When you're done talking to him, come and find me.
You got it.
Something Uncharted doesn't do, which I'm very happy about, is what so many games and movies have been doing over the past 15 years, which is any tropical or Middle Eastern areas, they'll always put like a terrible yellow filter over it to make it feel hot everywhere.
Yeah. Breaking Bad did that a lot to signal Mexico.
Yeah.
Claro, te vas cuando estás ganando.
Párate, eh?
I do appreciate that. Oh, here's Sam.
They worked you over good. You all right?
Just another day at the office. Come on.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're not gonna keep me in suspense, are you?
You were right.
No, we were right.
No.
We just gotta find Rafe. And
Rafe.
Don't start.
So far, we have not seen the multiple paths, have we?
Yeah.
Or we have not perceived them.
Yeah,
Something Uncharted has always been really good at is directing
Had some leads.
you subconsciously,
Didn't.
or sometimes consciously,
So like it or not,
the direction that they want you to go.
Vargas.
And it only gets awkward when you're just feeling punchy and you want to do something contrary because you're a contrarian.
Yeah, he did.
yeah, they have been very good at that, and maybe they're just still so good at it that every path option I'm taking feels like the right one.
Right.
But it could be that they've also just not opened it up very much yet.
Rafe, if anybody else finds out about this,
I'll work it out with Vargas. Don't sweat it. Right now, let's get on to more important matters.
All right. Let's find somewhere a little more private.
It feels like the weather and lighting has changed. Before it was really sunny out there, and there it feels a little more diffuse.
A little cooler down, yeah.
All right, coast is clear.
Okay, so what do we got?
Which, anytime you're changing up your environment and your lighting in any medium, you're kind of signaling the passage of time and progression or regression. And so it's good that they think about that sort of thing.
It is.
It's well made.
And the production of Uncharted games, from what I've seen, is the closest to a film production style that I've seen in games. Usually games are so much more about
Six is a representation of Jesus.
having an idea and kind of experimenting and finding the game as you go, where
Jesus.
it really seems like Uncharted is much more drawn up like they know exactly what they're wanting to make. They've got it scheduled and figured out like a film in advance, and with a much more rigid schedule,
receive the due rewards of our deeds.
which makes sense for this kind of game.
Yeah, well, the amount that they iterate is
Dismas.
not massive, which gives them a lot more room to
Guys, let's
to
pretend I
really
skipped
drill
over.
down. Like each of the disciplines is drilling down to
Two thieves.
or maybe building up is a better
Mocked
a better
Jesus.
analogy. Whatever, they're hitting that
Penitent.
high point of
Accepted his
their discipline,
Right.
and they're all working together really well.
Paradise.
And I think that's because they're not having to constantly dance around evolving gameplay. Like they've established that it's nailed down, and that there's. I mean, I bet you anything that the rope swinging mechanic was tricky and probably changed throughout production.
Oh, yeah.
and probably necessitated some amount of level tweaking and stuff like that.
Fine, Vargas. Get the hell out of the ship.
But I doubt it was at the level of a lot of games production where they're having to, re-ideate what a character looks like or cut an entire level because this mechanic suddenly, doesn't work with it, that sort of thing.
Totally. Even just from the first Uncharted game, they have figured out how an Uncharted game works and what they need, and then for each new title in the series, they can just kind of iterate on they can add a few new cool features, but the rest, they know exactly what to expect.
Yep.
So, like this time, all right, we'll add driving cars, ropes, and branching paths to a formula that we already know works, that we already know exactly how to do.
Yeah. Well, also, I know one of the things that that they've been able to expand on is just the size and scope of the environments, because
That was awesome.
because their pipeline is so tight at this point and so established that they're able to outsource a lot of content from a lot of different companies, and that's again that gets back to the Hollywood model.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I know a guy in India who runs a company that did a bunch of props for this game, for Dark Souls and stuff like that, and that's just what they just get a list of 100 things. You know, you got to make 20 Jeep variants and 6 barrels and all this kind of stuff, so they can really hyper fill and populate areas to where they're not having to make the same. I don't want to say they don't have to make difficult choices as far as what kind of content they make. Every production has to do that.
Sure.
But it's not as constrained as, a 20 or a 60 person studio who has to make 100% of their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a smart way to work. They've got their core team to make like their really crucial important assets and to build like the first set of all the assets they need to kind of define the look of the game and how props need to be designed and look in the world. And then from there they can say, okay, we need 10 more we need 10 more chairs like this.
Yeah.
Let me show this one chair I made to the outsource studio and they can make the variations.
Ya basta de hablar.
Sticking with the PG-13 theme, they've got the camera pull away on the last brutal hit.
Yep.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Eh?
I wonder what those blue machines are.
I don't know.
Are you bringing in contraband?
Vargas.
¡Cállate! Who do you think you are? Llévalo a su celda. Trae los gringos a mi oficina. Déjanos. Déjennos.
Another video game with door. That's definitely one of those. So frustrating, but
Seriously?
so necessary for certain kinds of games. That when you have a third-person camera, it's just ridiculous. Trying to get through realistic environments. That's always, in my experience, that's always how a production starts, is we're going to make it real this time. And then the camera necessitates that you make all sorts of wonky proportional changes.
So you're noting that the doors are very large.
Yeah.
And wide. Yeah. Which I hadn't even actually really noticed. Probably just because I play games all the time. Until you mentioned it.
All doors are 6 feet wide, right?
The rooms are larger in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd never find it without us.
Door width is one of those things, like in real life, I have no idea why they haven't widened them like just 6 inches. Anyone who's moved a couch or a refrigerator or anything like that, especially into apartments, like why couldn't this door be 6 inches wide?
400 million divides nicely by 4.
Looks like we have a deal.
Yes, we have a deal. And if you ever cross me again...
Oh. It's a really interesting time to cross someone again, just before they finish the threat.
That's that.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
You want to find out?
Guys, what are we doing here?
We're sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
Just follow me.
Come on. Come on! God damn it.
Oh, nice environment and lighting transition here.
Yeah. Whoosh. Very nice. All right, but before we continue, I think it's a good time to cut it off. We will be back with some more of this next time. Thank you guys for watching.
See ya.
Oh, geez. We'll do better next time.